my child. There is an anger in you that you have not known how to name. You have called it tiredness. You have called it stress. You have called it being fine. But I have seen the dark room where that anger sits, and I am bringing a light to its door. Right now, as I speak, I want that first light to find the corner you have kept the curtain drawn over. John, chapter 1, verse 5, says it this way: "The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it." That line was settled in my word long before your name was spoken, and I'm setting it into your hands now, like steadier ground than you have been able to build for yourself. Stay near me while I form these words. Nothing is being asked of you yet. There is no face to fix, no voice to steady, no need to arrive here calmer than you are. Notice how the sun never strains to rise. It does not grit its teeth against the horizon. It does not demand that the night surrender first. It simply comes because it was always coming, and the dark gives way without a fight. That is the kind of nearness I am bringing toward you. Not a peace you manufacture by clenched will. Not a peace you talk yourself into and lose again by noon. A dawn that touches one thing at a time until the whole room remembers its color. I see you. I know the heat behind your eyes that you have been calling tiredness, because tiredness is an easier word to say than anger. The conversation you keep rehearsing with someone who is not even in the room. I have heard every round of it. The comeback that arrived 3 hours too late and has been circling ever since. I know how it loops. None of this is small to me. None of it is hidden. There is a chair in your house now that resentment sits in every evening, a guest who showed up years ago and never left. The quiet bitterness you feel towards someone who hurt you and never apologized, never paid for a thing. I have felt the cold of it on your hands. A grudge you have rehearsed so many times it no longer needs you to summon it has begun to summon you instead. Your jaw sets before you have even decided to be upset. The short fuse you did not have a few years ago surprises everyone but me. I have known you longer than your anger has, and I am not standing over you with folded arms while you sort it out. I am close, closer than the resentment. The mother who lost her patience again and went to bed ashamed of her own raised voice, I am near to her, and I am not keeping the tally she keeps. The father carrying a slow burn toward a son who walked out and never wrote, who has rehearsed both the lecture and the embrace and does not know which one would come if the door ever opened. That fire has not made him unlovable to me. A coldness crept into a marriage, one unspoken offense at a time, and somewhere along that slow drift, the room stopped feeling warm. The friend who betrayed you still lives rent-free in a back room of your mind, and you have given them more of your hours since the betrayal than you ever gave them before it. Some of you are angry at people who earned it. Some of you are angry at people already gone, where the anger has nowhere left to land. And some of you, this is the one you have been most afraid to say out loud, some of you are angry at me. You prayed, and the answer did not come the way you needed. You did everything right, and it broke anyway. You watched people who never thought about me at all sail straight through the thing that shattered you. Bring that to me too. Bring it exactly as it is. I would rather hold your honest anger than your polished silence. The honest one I can meet you inside of and stay near. The polished one only hardens. Look at what the long night has actually been made of. Not one wound. 100 small refusals to look up. You woke. You braced. You scrolled past your own life. You measured the day by how much it might cost you. There was a moment last week, you may not remember it, when you opened a note on your phone to write down something honest about how you felt, and you deleted it because the words looked too bare on the screen. There was a prayer you started and trimmed down to a sigh, because the full version felt like too much to admit. None of that lowered you in my eyes. I was reading the part you almost did not write. I was leaning close to catch the line you erased. This is the thing I most want you to know early, before the rest. The promise I am bringing into your night is not a changed circumstance on a schedule you choose. I am not handing you a date. I am not telling you the person will call, or the situation will turn, or the loss will be repaid by some particular morning. I make a deeper promise, and it is the one that holds. Peace that does not depend on the weather of your life. Forgiveness that reaches the part of you that still flinches. My nearness, steady, in the dark and in the light. Those are not maybes. Those are settled. Everything else is held in hands far kinder than fear has let you believe. Notice with me what the anger has quietly been doing while it told you it was protecting you. It narrows your day. It decides which streets you will not drive down. It picks which names can spoil a good hour. It made you flinch at a ringtone. It made you brace at a knock. It taught you to read insult into a message that meant nothing of the kind. The people who never hurt you have been getting the leftover version of you. The half-clenched one. The one already braced before they speak. I am not pointing at this to shame you. I am pointing at a wound so I can reach it. The one the anger has cost the most is not the person you're angry at. They moved on. You stayed behind to guard a fire that only burns the one still holding it. Here is what almost no one says to you, so let me be the one. You did not become bitter because something is broken at the center of you. You became angry because someone you trusted hurt you. And a wounded heart does exactly what a wounded heart is built to do. It tries to keep you from being hurt that way again. The shame you feel about still being angry is a second darkness stacked on the first, and I want it gone as much as I want the first one gone. You are not failing at being a good person. You are tired. There is a difference, and I have always known which one you are. Let this settle slowly, because it is going to change how you see the whole thing. Your anger was not the enemy at the beginning. It did not start as sin. It started as a guard. Something in you stood up when you were small and could not protect yourself and said, "This is wrong. This should not be happening to me." That guard kept a part of you alive through seasons no one witnessed. When you had no one to defend you, the anger defended you. I am not asking you to be ashamed of it. I'm telling you something gentler and harder than that. The guard has finished the work it was hired to do. It is still standing watch over a gate that no longer needs guarding in a war that ended a long time ago. And the standing has begun to cost you more than the threat ever did. It cannot tell time. It does not know the night is over. The dawn does not need a sentry on the wall. Let it sit down now. It is allowed. The watch is over. Somewhere you came to believe a lie so quietly, you never noticed you agreed to it. You decided that setting the anger down would mean telling everyone who hurt you that what they did was fine, that they got away with it, that you surrendered. So you keep it. You feed it. You polish it and give it respectable names, so you never have to question it. You call it justice. You call it boundaries. You call it being realistic about people. And underneath all those reasonable names is one quiet fear, and it is the real reason the anger has stayed so long. If you stop being angry, you think, no one will ever stand up for you, and the wound will go unanswered forever. The anger feels like the only advocate you have left. To put it down feels like lying down in the middle of the road. There is a second fear underneath, just as quiet, and I want to name it too. You believe the anger keeps the memory accurate. You tell yourself that if the heat ever cooled, you might forget what was done. You might soften. You might be foolish enough to let it happen again. So you keep the fire lit on purpose, like a vigil. But anger is a poor historian. It does not preserve the truth. It sharpens it into a blade, and the blade turns inward. The longer you hold it, the less you remember the actual day. You remember only the ache. You think you are keeping watch. You are rereading the same dark page until the words mean nothing but how much they hurt. I can keep the record far better than your bitterness can. I have never confused justice with rage, and I will not let what was done to you be forgotten, least of all by me. Let me take that fear apart, thread by thread, because it is the bolt holding the door shut against the morning. Forgiveness was never me asking you to call the darkness light. It was never me telling you the betrayal was acceptable or the abandonment fair. I saw all of it. I keep more careful records of what was done to you than you do. Every closed door, every broken promise, every moment you were made small by someone who should have made you safe. None of it has been lost, and none of it has been excused. Setting down your anger is not erasing the offense from the record. It is handing the record to the one who can actually do something with it. Right now you are holding two roles at once. They were never meant to be carried by the same person. You are holding the wound, and you are also trying to be the judge, the jury, and the one who carries out the sentence. No one can hold all of that and stay whole. It is not the memory that drains you. It is the verdict you keep trying to enforce with no power to enforce it. Every time you replay what they did, you reconvene the trial. You call the same witnesses. You give the same closing argument to an empty room. A real judge gets to go home at night. You have not. You sleep in the gallery. You eat your meals at the bench. And the one you convicted is not even there serving the sentence. Only you are, serving it for them. Day after day. Give the case back to me. You were built to be the one who is healed. You were never built to be the courtroom. The picture you carry of me does not help. So let me deal with it plainly. You imagine me a little disappointed that you still struggle to forgive. Tapping a foot. Glancing at the clock to see how long you are taking. Comparing you to people who seem to let things go so easily. The version of me you inherited was painted by people, not by me. People who used my name to rush your grief because your pain made them uncomfortable. People who handed you a verse like a stick and told you to hit yourself with it. They were wrong, even the ones who loved you. Set that picture down where you are sitting and leave it there. I do not rush a sunrise. I have never once pushed the dawn to arrive before its time, and I will not rush you. Here is something to do right where you are, small enough that you can do it without moving. Lift your eyes toward where the light comes from. Not down at your hands, not at the screen in your lap. Lift them toward a window, toward the ceiling, toward the simple direction of up, and hold them there for the length of one slow breath. That small turning of the neck is the oldest prayer there is. The body has made it. Since the first human looked up, it says, without a sound, three things at once. I am still here. I have not given up on the morning. The dawn is still allowed to find me. Let your eyes rest upward one more breath before you read on, and feel how looking up loosens something small in your throat. That loosening is real. That is the guard, for one moment, sitting down. If this message found the place in you that needed it, write light in the comments as a small way of marking the truth you are choosing to hold today. A quiet flag planted in the ground of your own life. And while you are there, you will find 7 short reflections waiting in the pinned comment above. One for each of the next 7 days. Take them. I want to read you a line I had written down long before you drew a single breath. I did not write it for scholars, or for people who already have their lives arranged, or for the ones who never lie awake, replaying old wrongs. I wrote it for the one whose night has gone on too long, who tried to talk themselves into peace and could not make it hold, who is so tired of being angry that the anger itself has started to feel like exhaustion. This line was first written into a story about how everything began, and how everything began again. A man who had walked with my son, who had leaned on him at supper, and stood near enough to watch him die, sat down years later as an old man and tried to put into words what it had been like when the light walked in. He reached back past the day he was born, past the kings and the cities, all the way to the first morning of all mornings, when there was nothing but dark over the deep. And he said that into that dark, the light had come. His own people lived under occupation, under fear, under a heaviness so old that a whole nation had stopped expecting anything good. They knew about long nights. They knew about waiting for a dawn that kept not coming. Think about who that old man was when he wrote it. He had every reason of his own to be bitter. He had watched friends die for the faith he held. He had been pushed out, sent to a far-off island, left to grow old away from the people he loved, carrying a lifetime of wrongs that were never set right while he lived. If anyone had earned the right to write an angry book, it was him. Instead, the very first thing he reached for was light. Not revenge, not a list of his enemies. Light shining in the darkness, refusing to go out. He had learned the thing I am trying to teach you now, that the way out of a long night is not to curse the dark, but to turn toward the place the light is coming from and let it do what only it can do. This is what I said. John, chapter 1, verse 5. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Read it slowly. Take it apart, clause by clause. Each clause is carrying something for you. The light shines, present tense, not someday, now, in the darkness. Read that again. In it, not after it clears. Not once you have calmed your heart. Not once you have gotten your anger under control. Not once you have behaved your way into deserving the morning. Not when you have forgiven everyone perfectly and feel nothing but warmth toward the people who hurt you. In the darkness, while it is still dark. The light is not waiting off stage for the dark to leave so it can step out. It is already shining. It is shining in the middle of the very thing you assumed disqualified you from peace. Notice the word the old man chose. He did not say the light defeated the darkness in a single flash and the night was instantly gone. He said the light shines. A word with no end on it, a word that keeps going. Light does not win the way a storm wins, all at once and loud. It wins the way a sunrise wins, steadily, without drama, 1 degree of gray at a time, until you look up and cannot remember the exact moment it stopped being night. That is how the anger will leave you, if you let it. Not in one heroic scene where you weep and embrace the person who hurt you, and everything is healed by lunchtime. It leaves the way the dark leaves a room when the sun comes up. Quietly, gradually, while you were busy living. You will not catch the moment it happens. You will only notice, one ordinary day, that you can breathe in that room again. And the light does not argue with the dark. It does not negotiate. It does not wait for the darkness to apologize or to leave first as a sign of good faith. It simply shines. And the dark, having no substance of its own, gives way. Your anger has been waiting for the other person to make the first move, to say sorry, to finally understand. And while you wait for them, the night stretches on. The light is not waiting for them. It is shining now into your dark, whether or not the one who wronged you ever turns toward it at all. Their morning is between them and me. Yours has already begun. Then the second half. This is the part that breaks the fear apart for good. The darkness has not overcome it. Hear what that means. It is older than your wound. The darkness pushed against my light with everything it had. It did not give up easily. The cross was the darkest the world ever got. For one terrible day, it looked like the dark had finally won. Like the light had been put out. Like the morning would not be coming back. The people who loved my son went home in that dark and did not expect another morning. They knew about hope dying. So do you. And on the third morning, the light rose anyway, the way it always does, the way it is rising over your situation while you are still convinced it is fully night. My son walked straight into the deepest dark there is. The weight of every wrong ever done to you, and every wrong ever done by you. And he did not get stuck there. He came out the other side carrying the dawn in his own hands. That is the proof underneath my promise. I'm not telling you the dark is not real. I'm telling you it does not get to keep you. This is why you can let the anger go without losing anything that was truly yours. The justice you have been trying to enforce with your own bitterness was already carried fully by him. Every wrong done to you was answered there, not ignored, not waved away, but absorbed by someone who loved you enough to take it into his own body so you would not have to spend your one life standing guard over it. The account is not unsettled. It is settled. You have been demanding payment on a debt that has already been paid, which is why no apology you ever received or imagined receiving ever made the ache go quiet. It could not. Only the morning could, and the morning has already come. Look back now at the question I asked at the start. Why has the darkness in your chest felt so permanent? Here is the answer. It is the thing I most wanted you to carry. It felt permanent because no one ever told you the truth. You are not the one responsible for making the light come. You thought you had to generate the morning by sheer effort. Forgive harder, feel less. Pray the anger away by force. Perform a calm you did not have. And it never worked. No matter how disciplined you were, it never held. Because that was never yours to do. You cannot manufacture dawn. No one can. The light is mine to send. And I have already sent it. It keeps shining over your night whether you feel it on a given day or not. Your only part is small. Stop nailing the curtain over the window. That is all. The morning was never waiting on your performance. It was waiting on your permission. Hear me say the gentle thing once more. You are not behind. You are not failing some quiet test of faith. There is no scoreboard hanging over the bed you cannot sleep in. The dark is not a sentence I handed you. It is the very place I draw nearest. The tears you cried where no one could see did not fall into nothing. They reached higher than you know. I keep them. I keep what is precious. I do not lose a single one. So here is something small you can carry into the rest of your week, built to be done in the very moment the old feeling returns. The next time the anger sits down in its chair, And it will, because it has been your companion a long time, and old companions do not move out the day you ask. You do not have to wrestle it to the ground. You do not have to win an argument against it. You do not have to prove you are over it, or scold yourself for not being over it yet. Lift your eyes toward the light, just for a breath, the way you did a few minutes ago, and let one quiet sentence rise on its own. No force behind it. The light is already shining. That is the whole of it. Do not improve it. Do not add regret to season it. Just say it, and turn your face up. Then go back to your day exactly as you are. Notice what I am not asking, because it matters. I am not asking you to call the person and reconcile before you are ready. I am not asking you to feel a warmth you do not feel, or to paint a forgiveness over a wound that is still open. I am not even asking you to stop being angry today. I am asking only that you lift your eyes for the length of one breath and let the light find you where you sit. That is the whole instruction, and it is small on purpose. The big assignments are the ones you abandon by the third day. A breath is something you can spare even on the worst day. A glance upward costs nothing and asks nothing of the people who hurt you. It is between you and the morning, and the morning is patient. You will not feel transformed the first time you try this. You may feel nothing the 10th time, and you might decide it is not working. Stay with it anyway. Somewhere around the 30th time, you will notice the anger sat down a little softer than it used to, that it did not take the whole room. Somewhere around the 50th, you will catch yourself thinking of the person who hurt you and feeling, for one moment, nothing sharp at all. And you will be so surprised you check twice. Somewhere around the 100th, you will realize you walked through a whole day without once visiting the courtroom. The chair will still be in the room. The memory will still exist. You will simply have stopped living inside it. The night will end the way every night ends, not because you fought it into submission, but because the morning was always the stronger of the two. There is one more thing I want you to receive before we finish. Sit with the picture a moment before you move on. See yourself with your eyes lifted, the night thinning at its edges, the first gray light already in the room before you felt it arrive. Do not rush past that image the way you rush past so much that is good. See yourself there, unclenched, the guard finally sitting, the morning touching the walls one at a time. That is not a wish I am inviting you to hope for. That is already true about you, this very season, whether the feeling has caught up to the fact or not. The fact does not wait on the feeling. The light does not wait on your readiness. It simply rises. The light shines and the dark does not get to keep you. The light shines, and you were never the one who had to make the morning come. Amen. Before you go, answer one thing for me in your own words below. What is the long night you have decided you are ready to turn your face out of? Name it in the comments. I read them. And if this reflection found a quiet place in you, send it to someone whose night has gone on too long, and stay close, because there is more coming, and I want you here when the light reaches it.